Welcome to PRR Media. Today I'm joined by Andrew Catchpole, the Chief Scientific Officer at hVivo. Andrew, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
Now, Andrew, this morning Open Orphan has announced that the COVID-19 characterisation study has been peer-reviewed and that the results have been published in Nature. What makes this different to the announcement made on February the 2nd?
Excellent question. So when you publish results, you can choose to do what we did in February and make those results immediately available to the public. At that point, they haven't been peer-reviewed, which means the interpretations of the data are the author's opinions, and they haven't been secondly looked at. So the stage we've reached today and now is that they have been peer-reviewed. And what that means is that independently, completely independently, the journal sends the publication to other researchers, and they look at the data and they see if they agree with our interpretations. So that has now happened, which means the credibility of the paper is very much more improved, because it means that others agree with our interpretations of that data. And that's really the benchmark for publication, that peer reviewing means that others then interpret your data in the same way that you do. It gives so much credibility to the results.
So remind us, what does the data actually show?
Yes, there was a really exciting study. And most importantly, we showed that these COVID challenge studies can be done safely if you have a very good and keen recruitment strategy and make sure you only recruit volunteers which have low chances of severe outcome. You can do these safely, as we demonstrated. So that was a key finding. Secondly, if we look at those individuals who did become infected, it was really interesting to note that people who were asymptomatically infected, i.e. they didn't have any symptoms, still shed as much virus as those people who did have symptoms. So we can see how that really would have contributed to the pandemic spreading. Equally, if we look more detailed into the data, we can see that the viral load, i.e. the amount of virus shed from the nose, was quite a lot higher than shed from the throat, and also for quite a lot longer. And I think also from a public health perspective, we learned that lateral flow testing, if you do it regularly, say twice a week, and then if you have a positive, you do self-isolate and don't come into contact with others, you're able to prevent up to about 80% of infectious virus from being transmitted to others. So very key, important findings.
So Andrew, this is the world's first COVID-19 characterisation study. Can you please explain further how hVivo was actually involved?
Absolutely. So hVivo had a really critical role in this. We were involved right from the onset throughout the whole study. So first off, virologists were the key people who were overseeing and doing all the virus manufacture. So we designed how that was done and worked to release the virus and make a medical grade version of the virus so that we could safely inoculate the volunteers. And then moving on to the actual clinical delivery itself, our clinical site was a site that delivered all of the studies. So we worked into the Royal Free Hospital, but all of the medical staff and doctors and nurses in there were done by hVivo staff. So this was a collaborative study with the Imperial College, where they provided the sponsor and the medical oversight, but all of the actual operations and delivering the challenge study was done by hVivo staff.
Well, Andrew, another really interesting announcement from hVivo and Open Orphan. Thank you very much for the update today, and look forward to catching up again soon.
Thank you for your time.